All right, so we're late on this trade, but let's break it and let's do a little bit of a different perspective for it. I'm gonna kind of rant, or at least give kind of the negative perspectives, kind of towards this deal and what everyone's kind of reacting. So if you are watching, you're new, subscribe, drop a like, do all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry I'm so late on this trade. It was the one day I'm visiting my family, and I'm just like, bro, why does the biggest trade of the year happen today? Obviously, I'm super mad, but like, obviously, I'm also like the hockey world just blew up. Patrik Laine to the Columbus Blue Jackets, along with hometown boy Jack Roslovic and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Like, I mean, it's been an embarrassing show in Columbus with Torts. He heads to Winnipeg along with a third-round pick. So kind of crazy. Winnipeg also they retain a little bit of Laine's deal to kind of even out the cap. My perspective here, and this is just like the initial reactions here as I'm just kind of going through it, and it's going to probably be a while for this video to post. Wi-Fi shit. Dubois, shit show in Columbus. You've only played a few games. The last game you play, under 4 minutes? You get benched. A shit show. If you're Winnipeg, I think you're nervous. You're definitely nervous. And then, like, obviously the Patrik Laine thing. Like, Pierre-Luc Dubois, so great in the playoffs, in the play-ins against the Leafs, dominating, right? Obviously, I've talked to a lot of Blue Jackets fans. They've told me his inconsistencies have been there. So, like, if you're outside of the Columbus Blue Jackets, you probably just think Dubois has been, like, flawless, right? Except for, obviously, to start the year. No, that's not the case. Dubois has had his inconsistencies. And last year was probably kind of his, like, breakout step on the scene, right? For Patrik Laine, this guy has been dominant for the last, I would say, year. And a lot of people are overlooking that. He's developed his two-way game in more of a sense. His goal scoring has been there. And to start this season, and that's why I'm going to give credit right now, because if you look at Jack Roslovic holding out, you look at Dubois, honestly, I'm going to say, like, being a baby, man. Like, Buddy's sitting on the bench. Buddy's going for a little Sunday skate. You guys know how I talk about going for a Sunday skate. Dubois was going for a nice Sunday skate for the Columbus Blue Jackets on, what was it, Thursday night or whatever it was. And Torts was like, sit your ass down. The one thing I can say about Patrik Laine, out of these three guys in this trade, was Patrik Laine was at least going for it all, at least putting on a show, and Buddy got injured. So I just want to say, I mean, I know Jesse Pullock's just pissed out of his mind. Jets fans, I know, are pissed out of their mind. You are getting a good player in Pierre-Luc Dubois if you can kind of move on from this Blue Jacket situation. And maybe Winnipeg can turn this guy around, because he's sure got an attitude. And we know Patrik Laine's got an attitude, but it seems like Dubois has this kind of next level attitude. It seems like he thinks he's entitled to a lot. He's entitled to a big situation. But now, Dubois, you go from being the number one in Columbus to the number two behind Scheifele. So check yourself. That's one. I think Dubois needs to check himself. If you're watching the video, buddy, check yourself. Because now you're behind Mark Scheifele. You're in less of a role. Maybe in a little bit of a bigger market because of a Canadian team. But still, I mean, Winnipeg's, in terms of Canadian teams, it's a lower end market. Mad respect to Winnipeg, and people like Jesse Pullock and other people have given big shout outs to Winnipeg. But the point I'm making is, check yourself. Patrik Laine, I hope he can find a good relationship in Columbus. And at the end of the day, regardless of the success with John Tortorella, if it doesn't work between Patrik Laine, I can assure you, it's not Patrik Laine to go. It's John Tortorella to go. So that's the other perspective. This isn't a great fit in terms of Patrik Laine going to Tortorella and getting shit on, but it is a great fit in terms of scoring responsibility, scoring potential. And if he plays with whoever it is, Max Domi and maybe like Bjorkstrand or Max Domi and Nyquist, like, there's a bunch of options for Laine. But the other big thing is, Laine, if he complained, now he's going to a lesser offense, a weaker offense to what he once had with Ehlers, Connor, Scheifele, Wheeler. It ain't as good. So this is kind of my perspective. And Jack Roslovic, I guess you're going home, buddy. You're Johnny T. You're going in your PJs. You're going home to Columbus. Respect. So again, kind of my just closing analysis here. I think great deal for Columbus for what they had in their situation here. I think Calgary was probably throwing in a last-minute offer. Anaheim probably had maybe Raquel in that trade. And maybe Montreal was trying to package something of a prospect in Danault and like a pick for Dubois at the end. But at the end of the day, you weren't beating this offer. You weren't beating Patrik Laine and Jack Roslovic, two guys that can be in the top six. Roslovic in the top six. Going forward, potentially, he's still super young. What is he, 23? And with Patrik Laine, you're talking about a guy that I think can score 40 goals in a full season. This year, Now I'm making the hot take. I think Patrik Laine is going to be in top 5. Top 5. Maybe that's not as much of a hot take. I was even saying I think if he goes to Carolina, he could be top 3 in scoring. I think he'll be top 5 in Rocket Richard this year, goal scoring. So thank you so much. Please subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button. Let me know what you think on this trade. Huge trade. Probably the biggest of the year. Maybe one of the biggest. We'll see. Hoping for a lot more big trades. But thank you, and I hope to see you soon. This is John from Hockey. Have a good one. Peace.